Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Neva, this is Reading with Neva, and today we are going to be doing our weekly WIP in chat. So, if you're new here, WIP stands for Work in Progress, WIP, and this one is mine. I am working on the Where Are You Scooby-Doo kit from Diamond Art Club, and chat stands for chat. So we're going to be here for a little while. I like to try to do an hour, but it might be a little bit less than that. We are going to be doing a tag today that I was tagged in, I think 2 weeks ago now. I was tagged in it during Banned Book Week, and then last week I didn't have a WIP in chat, and so I didn't do the tag like I wanted to. So we're going to do the tag today. Also, this is a little bit of a different filming angle than what I'm used to, unfortunately, because of how I have this diamond painting rolled. I don't have anywhere behind the diamond painting to set my I'm on this section here, right? So I have right here on his leg and then right here on his leg to finish in this section. So unfortunately, I don't have any good way to put the camera in front of me like I usually would. So this is going to be a really weird angle, and so I apologize in advance for that. By the time that we get to next week, I will be back down, either done with this painting, or I'll be back down in a section of the painting where I can put my camera like in this section, which is usually what I do. So right now it's off to the side. So I do apologize for that. If it's distracting, it will be fixed by next week, but this was the angle that I kind of had to work with this week, and that's just is what it is. So I'm going to find my tag questions, but while I'm doing that, hi, hello, how are you all? I hope that you are well. If you are not well, I hope that things get better for you very, very, very soon, because it's okay to not be okay, but we should not sit in that space forever. So that is where we are with that. I don't know if I screenshotted the questions, so I'm going to go just pull them from the video that I was tagged in. If I can find it. Yeah, so 10 days ago, I was tagged in this video by Mrs. Peepers Reading Corner. Ms. Peepers Reading Corner. So thank you so much, Katrina. That is Miss Pepper's name, is Katrina, for tagging me in this video. Everyone go follow her. She does a lot of banned book content. So if that is a thing that you like, go check her out. I have watched some of her videos. There is a video that she did a year ago on Harry Potter called How Can Good Magic Be Worse Than Transphobia? I have watched that video. It's very, very not entertaining, that's not the word I'm looking for, educational. And then I've also watched Censorship Is So 1984 and a rant about radical unschooling, and that was from about a week ago. So I am making my way slowly but surely through her videos. She has over 100 videos to go watch, so make sure that you go check her out. I'm just going to screenshot the tag questions because me as a person, I will accidentally click things and then we will have sound, and we don't want that. So I'm going to, okay, I have the tag questions. We love to see it. Okay, so let me start by saying that if you are watching this video and you want to do this tag, then you've been tagged. I am not good at actually tagging people in the comments to do tags because I never know who would actually want to do them. Now we're going to go over really quick the stuff that I am using, and then we're going to talk about some new things that I am wanting to get that is for diamond painting. So first, I'm using my trusty Drills and Chills 2023 tray. I am going to be ordering a Drills and Chills 2025 tray. I am so excited. So I will probably be using that one all through November because I do not have, I have this tray And then I have this one, which is like a silk pink color. But I don't have any that are like Christmassy. So I'm not going to be able to like theme my trays this year, but that's okay. So I'm using this tray as I have been, and I will be getting a replacement stopper for this one. This goes to my pink tray. This is from Bijou Bliss. Yeah, Bijou Bliss. So I will have everybody linked below. And then I will be using my trusty Harley Quinn diamond painting pen. This is a custom chubby, what are they called? Liquid filled, I think they're called. Or lava pen. I think it's called lava pen. Pen from Diamond Pen Pal. She is my favorite pen shop. I do have pens from other shops. I have some from an Ailer's Outpost. But this is honestly my favorite pen just because it's so chubby. I need to find my unicorn pen. It is somewhere in this house. And then, because I have one that is a chubby, that is a unicorn, lava in the middle. And then, they have a Wicked pen up on their Etsy shop right now. And I will be ordering a make of that very soon. I'm hoping like within the next month. Because one half is Glenda and one half is Elphaba. So one half is pink, one half is green. And then there's like a divide in the middle so they don't mix. It is so cute. Okay, we're moving on. In my single placer here, I have, not those, I have these chocolate caramel peanut cluster scented glue dots from Oh Snap Dots Crafters Cafe. So these are the Oh Snap Dot glue dots. I love these. I need to order some more of the glue dots actually, and this is bring my plastic up. Okay, sorry for that, but I need to order some more of these. I absolutely love them. They're my favorite wax alternative. And then in my multi placer, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it so you can see it. My multi placer, I have this pink golden vanilla Pure Bliss Wax Co. Reading Winneba putty, and this looks like a bow. I will show you what it looks like right now. I did put it in my own pieces of release paper. She gives you release paper, but I had some extra, so I just did it this way because the bow was a little bit too big. But it's not very pretty anymore because I stabbed it to put in my placer. But I did do an unboxing when this came. Look how cute! Oh my gosh. And it smells so good. It smells like roasted marshmallows over a campfire. It is like a direct dupe for the Marshmallow Fireside Barnes and Noble Bath and Body Works candle. Absolutely love it. So cute. But this is our signature putty that we have over at Pure Bliss Wax Co. I do get a commission for this if you buy some, and if you do buy some, tag me. Also, there is a full picture over on my Instagram if you want to see it, so that you can see exactly what it looks like. And then, please go back in the bag. What are you doing? Thank you so much. And then, for my cover minder today, I am using the matching Reading Winneba Kawaii Marshmallow. I need to decide what we want to name her because I think she's so cute. And this is that. So, isn't she adorable? So you can order this and the putty in a set, or you can order just the putty if you do not want or will not use the cover minder. I will be ordering some more for both me and Ari. I will be ordering just putty for myself because I don't need more than one cover minder, but Ari really wants the cover minder, so I will also be ordering her the cover minder. I will say that the Pure Bliss Wax Co. putty, I have used it in the past, but it is because I had some gifted to me like last year, and I don't know where it went when we moved, which is why you don't see it on my channel, is because I used it, and then when we moved, it's disappeared. I don't know where it went. But I will tell you that it is a softer putty, so for me, I will use it in the wintertime. I use a different putty in the summertime, but if you want to be able to, if you live in a really hot climate, or in the summer it gets ungodly hot where like your putty seems to soften up a lot and melt, I would suggest getting yourself a like what it's called, like a cosmetic, like a makeup fridge, and store your putty in that. That way you can have it at your desk area, but it will keep your putty cold, and it will allow for your putty to solidify and to not be too soft. So that is all that I have. So let me zoom you in. This is such a weird angle, so hopefully I do this correctly. Let me zoom you in. So we have this section here that we're going to work on, and then we have this little bit up here. So I'm going to kind of see how this works. It's very far away from me on the table, but I'm going to grab a color, and we're going to get started. So, hello friends. I think I asked this already, but I'm going to ask you again. How are you? Please let me know for real in the comments how you are, because I care. I want to know how you are. And then we're going to do this tag. So we're going to do this tag, and then if I have time, we'll talk about what I've been reading, watching, listening to. All the fun things, you know, the life updates, the diamond pinning updates, all the weird things. So let me see. Prompts. Here we go. All right, so this is the banned book tag, and this was created by Katrina over at Miss Peppers. What did I say her channel name? Oh my god, you guys, I'm so bad at channel names. I'm so sorry. Reading Corner. Miss Peppers Reading Corner, I believe. I will have her link down below, so you can go follow her, because you know what? Her channel is wonderful. So there are 5 questions. So question number 1 is, do you intentionally read banned books? Why or why not? And I just put that in the wrong spot, y'all. It's fine. It goes down here. It's okay. You know what? Wouldn't be my channel if I didn't mess something up. Okay. So, do I intentionally read banned books? Yes, or why not? Yes, I do. And the reason why is because, first of all, I want Ari to read banned books. That's first and foremost. Ari owns actually quite a few banned books. Some of them I actually did not realize were banned when they were bought or put on her wish list, but she has a lot of banned books on her wish list. Anytime someone has bought her Junie B. Jones or a Shel Silverstein book, those are banned. She got a Ruby Bridges book a few years ago. That one was banned. She has one that is called You Are Enough. That book is banned. Yeah, so we do a lot of banned books in this house. I read banned books. Yeah, I intentionally read them because I think that it's important. Because books almost always are banned for one of 2 reasons. Either one, it's because they don't want you to know about the history and what is going on in the book, right? So they're banned because they have brown people in them, or because it's an LGBTQ book, and so they can scream about sexual content and indoctrination, which is ridiculous. Or, yeah, those are basically it. Either because it's a marginalized group, in my experience, books are banned for being about marginalized groups, or for shining a light on the history that isn't as pretty. You know what I'm saying? So, as comfortable. So, I think everyone should read banned books. I understand not everyone does. There are banned books that, like, I have no interest in reading. However, I do seek out banned books. I have a list. It is not exhaustive, of course. There's always going to be more than that on any list that I make. But I keep a running list of banned books that I am interested in. Now, I'm never going to advocate for someone to read a book simply because it is banned if you're not actually interested in reading the book. So that will never be me, because I'm not going to read a book, banned or otherwise, that I am not interested in. However, I do encourage people to pick up banned books because I think that they are very important, whatever word I'm trying to say, to our culture. And it will also make you, in my opinion, a better and more rounded reader to read banned books. So, short answer is yes, I do. And the reason why is because it's important to read them. Question number 2. Tell us about your favorite banned book. Okay. Give me 1 second because I can actually grab my favorite band book off my shelf. It is right here in front of me, and then I don't have to superimpose the picture later. So this is my favorite band book. I'm going to zoom you out just for 1 second so I can put it on the screen. The other one that I'm going to talk about that is also my favorite band book, I do not have a physical copy of at present. So To Kill a Mockingbird is my favorite band book. I reread this book every single year. Hopefully you can see it in the camera. I don't know which direction to turn it. Everything is at an angle. But To Kill a Mockingbird is my favorite band book. This book is by Harper Lee, and it is about a little girl named Scout whose dad is a lawyer, and there is a black man who has been accused of rape of a white woman, and her dad, Scout's dad, is in charge of being his defense, and that is what this book is about. I love this book. As you can see, it has a crease right here. It is because I read this physically last year. I personally did not like the audiobook for this, so I will be picking this up physically every year from now on. I did the audiobook this year in 2025, but I absolutely love this book. I reread it every single year. It will always be a 5-star book for me. Inherently, there's issues with this book. Okay, so it's not going to be a 6, but I absolutely love this book, and a lot of times I will start this at the beginning of the year, and then I will just, 2025 was different because I did the audio, but a lot of times what I've done, 2024, I actually did this because I had this copy in 2024 as well. I bought this copy in 2023, and I will start the book on January 1st, and then I will just read a little bit of it a day until I have finished it, usually a chapter or 2 a day, until I have finished it, and in 2026, I will actually be annotating this copy. So, absolutely love this book. The other banned book that is my favorite is The Giver. I absolutely love that book. I did not always love that book. I will say that. I read it for the first time in 9th grade in AP English, and I hated it. I did not know or understand why we were reading this book. I thought that it was stupid, but I think that inherently it is because I didn't really understand the message of the story, because I did read it several years later when I was no longer in high school. I think I was around 20 or 21. This water glass is going to have to move because she's in my way. I believe I was 20 or 21 when I reread it as an adult, and I've loved it ever since. I also stand behind the movie. I know a lot of people did not like the movie. A lot of people complain that like Taylor Swift was cast in the movie, but I actually thought that the entire cast of characters, including Taylor Swift and Meryl Streep, did absolutely wonderful with the movie. I thought the movie was wonderful. I thought the movie was very close to the book, and I really like the adaptation. So don't come in here giving me hate about the adaptation. Another favorite is The Hunger Games. I do have that, but it is currently buried in a stack of books that I need for filming, so I'm not going to be able to grab that for you. But I think everyone knows what The Hunger Games is. I have the first book in the illustrated edition, and I cannot wait till the second book comes out. But yes, absolutely love them. So, you're welcome. I gave you 3 books for the price of 1. Question number 3, share a story about book banning. So I'm from a very small town, and our library system is also very small. So our library system actually spans, I believe, over either 2 or 3 cities, or towns rather. So it is a county library system, it's a county library system, and so we have 2 towns. I know 2 towns for sure that are within our library system. I'm not going to tell you which one, because if you guessed which one that I live in, then I've doxed myself. But I know that these 2 library systems these 2 towns in particular are interconnected, because I live in one, and 2 of my siblings live in the other, and it's all one library system. So they decided that our county book banners decided that they were going to ban the ACOTAR series. And they banned it for explicit sexual content, I believe. And I remember when I was sent the list of books that the county had decided they were going to ban, which, by the way, are still carried, at least in my town's library. I don't know if they are carried in the other town's library, like the town over. but they are still carried in my town's library because I've checked. And they are just moved to the adult section instead of being in the teen section. Which at my library we don't have a YA section. We have a children's section downstairs. Then we have middle grade also downstairs, and then upstairs we have teens. And then we have adults. So they got moved to the adult section. However, I remember when they went to ban the books, they banned books 2 and books 4, I think, or something. They did not ban the first Akatar book. I have heard since then that this is a pretty common practice for libraries where they will ban the second book and onward, but they don't ban the first one. And I remember I was like, okay, well, the first one is Fade to Black. There's really no sexual content in it at all. And while the second one definitely has spice in it, I don't think it's bannable. I also thought that it was absolutely ridiculous when I saw a display at Barnes & Noble of banned books that Judy Blume books, specifically God, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. That one, and then I'm pretty sure that's Judy Blume, and I could be wrong. That could be someone else. But y'all know the book I'm talking about. I will try to remember to superimpose the picture. And then also all of the Junie B. Jones books. When I found out that those were banned, I was like, this is so dumb. And it was after I had someone send Ari most of the Junie B. Jones box sets. And in my head, I was like, okay, cool. Ari automatically is reading banned books if she does Junie B. Jones. And I remember looking up why Junie B. Jones was banned, because I grew up reading Junie B. Jones, and I just could not remember anything inherently wrong with Junie B. Jones. Mind you, by the time Ari started reading Junie B., it had probably been 20 years since I had read Junie B. Jones. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm missing something. Junie B. Jones is literally banned because she acts like a child. That is why Junie B. Jones is banned. Is because she acts like an actual child. She is a little bit obstinate. She doesn't listen super well. She can be bossy at times. She's 8. Okay, so that's weird. I believe the Junie B. Jones books span from her kindergarten year to her 5th grade year, which means that at the oldest, she's going to be 11. Okay, she's going to be 11 years old. So, relax on that. Maybe 12. Maybe 12. Okay, crazy. That would be a thing that would get a book banned. But that's my banned book stories. Which book would you memorize to save it from the censors? And the example that she gives us is Fahrenheit 451, which I believe is Miss Pepper's favorite banned book. And I actually need to reread this. I haven't read it since high school. And I honestly, if someone was going to rip things out and censor them, I think that it would be The Giver for me. And the reason is because I could see that book being heavily censored. Just simply because that book does talk a lot about utopias and dystopias and what it looks like when we have essentially forced a utopia of our people, and we've made it so that they are so that people really don't know the horrors of the world, and that one person is carrying all of those horrors, which is of course the receiver, and then Jonas becomes the giver. Sorry, I meant that Jonas becomes the receiver, and the old receiver before him, his predecessor, becomes the giver. And with the giver is I have to give you all of this pain and all of this suffering in order for you to understand the heaviness of the world. It's your responsibility now to carry it. And yeah, I think that's the book that I would memorize. And then our last question, are there any books that challenge your opinions on book banning? Be honest, tell us more. So, okay, I know that when Miss Peppers did this book, when Katrina did this book tag, she said, I think Lolita. And I do agree with that. It's kind of a gross book, honestly. Like, actually, it is a gross book. It is. It's gross. But no. For me, the honest answer is that there are not any books that challenge my opinion on book banning. I think that inherently book banning is harmful. I do not think that we need, and I forgot to be done kidding, I'm so sorry. I do not think that there is any point in time where books should be banned, because we have free will. And because we have free will, we can choose to read books or we can choose to not read them. And I think that banning books just silences, ultimately, it silences marginalized voices. I also think that it robs us of history, because things like The Hunger Games was not written by a person of color. Suzanne Collins is a white woman. However, she writes about dystopia. She writes dystopian fiction, right? And she writes about what it would be like if that was our world. It even takes place in our world, I believe, in like the Chicago, like Midwest area, is where like some of the districts are. So it takes place like in the Midwest area of the United States, but after obviously there's been war and famine and all of that. Also, you know, there are other books that have been written about dystopias that take place like in our present day world, just obviously in a dystopian lens. And so, no, there are no books in which I think should actually be banned, because inherently we have the free will, right? And then we have books like The Handmaid's Tale, which I think just scares people. And honestly, our world is turning into that. At least the world I live in here in America is really, we're really going back, we're sliding, and that is sad to me. So, no, there are no books that I think should be banned. I think that book banning is inherently very, very harmful. But that is the last question. So the sixth thing just says tag people. So I'm tagging anyone who's watching this. If you have a channel or you want to do it on Instagram, I highly recommend doing it. Now, obviously, book ban week is over. However, you should be reading banned books all year long. Just like we read BIPOC books and LGBTQ books all year long. Yes, there are usually certain weeks or months for these books to be showcased. However, we should just pick them up all the time. So I have finished the section that I had. It was a very short section, but I knew I wanted to do this book tag today, and I honestly don't have a lot to update y'all on because we've been doing Vlogoween, and so I feel like it's just redundant information. I am currently listening to, I'll tell you what I'm listening to, because I do listen to audiobooks while I diamond paint most of the time. Obviously not right now, but there's this section all done. I obviously am not diamond painting and listening to an audiobook right now because I'm filming this video, but I have started the audiobook for Superheroes Need PR, I think it's called. Let me look at my phone because I'm going to tell you the wrong thing. All Superheroes Need PR. It is on KU, and it is written by a Black author. So if you want to read it, the cover is really cute. I'm hoping to love it because I just love the cover. I believe it's a whole series. So if you want something on KU to read, there is that book. Let me see if I can maybe show you the cover of it. It looks like this. Thank you. Here it is. All Superheroes Need PR by Elizabeth Stevens. I'm sorry for my ring light. So yeah, if you want something fun to listen to, I know it says opening credits. I'm further than that because I started on my Kindle and it hasn't synced. But if you want to read that, I highly recommend. I did start on my Kindle because of Whisper Sync, and so it will sync after I like start the audio, but I'm going to be switching over to the audio for this one. It is only about a 6.5-hour audio, so if you listen like I do at 2 times speed, it'll be about 3.5 hours. And yeah, so that is really all that I have for y'all today. This is our section. This is such a weird angle that I don't want to diamond paint at this angle for very long filming. So I'm going to go work some more on this diamond painting and everything like that. If you have missed any Vlogoween vlogs, they're all up on my channel. I am working on week 8 right now. That will be up on Monday. And so like literally the day after you see this vlog, and I hope, or this WIP and chat. And all of my links are down below. People feel like I've gotten some feedback that I need to push Patreon more. I feel like I mentioned it. I feel weird pushing it all the time. There is some extra content that goes up over there, but your girl's doing the best she can. So over on Patreon, we have a sprint every week. We didn't have one this week because we were doing Smetella with Vanessa, but usually we have sprints every Tuesday over on Patreon, and then we have sprints over here every Saturday as public sprints on the channel, and then there's extra content that goes up over on Patreon. I don't currently do like early access because I'll be honest, sometimes I don't have the videos edited in time to do early access, and the way my work schedule works right now, it doesn't really work for me to do that. But there are things over on Patreon that the normal channel does not get. So there you go. Currently there is a kid up in chat over there. I don't think I've done a WIP in chat over there, but I will also be having a reading vlog here very soon. I just have to get myself to read the book. So that is all that I have for y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a fabulous day, night, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. And I will see y'all very soon somewhere else on the internet. Bye!